5, Alessio. Número 6, Cristiano. Número 8, Luigi. Número 9, Frederico. Número 11, Nico. Número 13, Marco. Número 14, Malanga. Número 15, Ogede. Número 16, da Silva. Número 17, Bob Mato. Número 18, Bob Nelly. E o treinador é Fábio. Vamos neste momento para a apresentação da equipe da Austrália. Número 1, Jetson. Número 3, Brown. Número 4, Reggie. Número 5, Evander. Número 6, Cooper. Número 7, Curry. Número 9, Metal. Número 10, Mitchell. Número 11, Taki. Número 12, Jordan. Número 13, Alexander. Número 14, Hey. E o treinador é Richie. Vamos agora para a apresentação da equipe de arbitragem. Gustavo, Hamed, Thomas e comissário Atel. Neste momento, pedimos que todos e todas se coloquem em posição de respeito para a execução do hino nacional da Itália. Neste momento, pedimos que continuem em posição de respeito para a execução do hino nacional da Austrália.
Good morning from Sao Paulo. We are coming to you live from the Paralympic Training Center, and we are bringing you the 2025 IWBF U23 World Championships, the first quarterfinal, the matchup between Australia and Italy. Match officials for today's game. Crew chief is Gustavo Mateus from Brazil, and he will be assisted by Aya Ahmed from Egypt and Thomas Paya from the Czech Republic. Australia finished third in Group A, whilst Italy were the second place team from Group B. So this particular encounter promises to be a tight affair. And away we go. Australia with the first possession. In possession for the Australians was Mitchell Bond. Ethan Laird will play it into Jalen Brown, and Brown will take Australia into the early lead. Italy will bring the ball up with their point guard Niccolò Tomaselli. And Tomaselli unable, sorry, not Tomaselli, Balsamo unable to convert, and in the meantime, down the other end of the court, Ethan Laird will convert his first points of the game. So 4-point advantage, 9 minutes to play in the first period. De Silva Lazri to Joel Boganelli-Joseph. Boganelli-Joseph gives Italy their first points of the game. Jalen Brown for Australia, looking for some space, finds Bond, and Bond will give it to Ethan Laird. And Laird will lay it off to Alexander Blackmore, who converts for the men in green and gold. Joseph, quick pass to De Silva, and the Italians will look to the number 8, Luigi Topo. And he narrows the deficit down to 2 points. Jalen Brown, in the meantime, will drive to the basket, converts, and will find himself at the free throw line, courtesy of the foul committed there by the Italians. Luigi Topo guilty of the offense on that occasion. Brown unable to pick up the additional point, and away comes Italy. De Silva for the Italians finds Zbuls, and Zbuls in turn gets Luigi Topo into the paint, and Italy up to 6. Ethan Laird in possession for Australia now. Mitchell Bond back to Laird. Laird will put up the long shot, wheels just over the 3-point line, and doesn't land for Australia. So De Silva will pick up the possession now for the Italians. Boganelli-Joseph, he'll set himself up for the shot, and brings Italy level. Bond will pick up the ball for Australia and moves down the right-hand side of the court. Plays puts up the shot, and rebound collected there by De Silva. And the Italians looking to grab the lead here in this possession. De Silva will find Topo, and Topo takes Italy into a 2-point lead. Mitchell Bond in possession now for Australia, gives it to Jaylen Brown. Brown works down the right-hand side of the court, back to Bond, and Ethan Laird will send it back to Bond. Shot clock at 4, and Bond unable to find Ethan Laird. However, Italy were the last team to touch a ball, so Australia will have the put in, but referee and score shot clock showing 0 there, so 24-second violation is blown against the Australians. De Silva now for Italy. Boganelli Joseph puts up the shot. Rebound will be collected by Jaylen Brown. And away comes Australia with Jordan Moritz. And Brown will crash into the key. And he is blown for the charge. So that basket will not count. De Silva, Pellizzari. Looking to work there with Topo, and now the ball is with Zbulz, and Zbulz converts, so 4-point advantage for Italy with 5:35 to play in the first period. Mitchell Bond back to Moritz, and now Brown will ask Ethan Laird to pick up the possession. Foul's going to go against the Italian number 16, De Silva Pellizzari. Ethan Laird will pass it back to Mitchell Bond. Closely watched there by Boganelli Joseph. Bond has a sight of a gap, but quickly closed down there by the Italian, and Boganelli Joseph will pick up the rebound. De Silva Pellizzari in possession for Italy. Looking for some space, finds a bounce pass into Luigi Topo, and Topo converts. Italy up to 14. Timeout's going to be called by the Australian coach, Brett Stibners. Jalen Brown gets the game back underway. Ethan Laird will bring it up for the Australians. Laird into Brown, and Brown takes his personal points tally up to 6. Silva Pellizzari will bank the shot in, and Italy maintain the 6-point lead. 4:17 to play here in this first period. Ethan Laird plays the ball across to Mitchell Bond. Laird looking for some space and crashes into the key, but pass was a bit loose from Bond, and De Silva Pellizzari now will look to try and get Italy up to an 8-point lead. Balsamo plays it back to De Silva Pellizzari, puts up the 3, and rebound was collected there by the Italian Balsamo, and he's fouled. So Balsamo to the line for 2. Balsamo converts both, and Italy up to an 8-point lead now with 3 minutes 40 to play here in this first period. Jalen Brown, though, will find some space in the key, and he's going to be fouled by Luigi Topo, and opportunity to complete a 3-point play here for the big Australian number 3. And Jalen Brown takes Australia up to 13. Narrows the deficit to 5 points. Boganelli Joseph will bring the ball up initially for Italy. And De Silva Pellizzari now in possession, looking for space. And Alessandro Zbulz will take Italy up to 20. Jalen Brown, closely watched there by Boganelli Joseph, does well thanks to the pick set there by Mitchell Bond, but loose pass from Ethan Laird on that occasion, and Italy come away with it. Federico Balsamo will play it to De Silva Pellizzari, and Pellizzari looking to Balsamo. Balsamo unable to convert. Jalen Brown for Australia. Ethan Laird will pick it up just inside the Italian half, and space opens up for Ethan Laird, and he will not make a mistake on that occasion. Good work there by the Australian number 4. Boganelli Joseph for Italy. He's blown for the travel violation. Opportunity now for Australia to put back. Timeout's going to be called by Italian coach Fabio Castellucci, and 2:14 to play here in this first period. Italy 20, Australia 15. Mitchell Bond for Australia. Jalen Brown had to work hard to pick up the pass there from Bond. Brown in the meantime finds Ethan Laird. Shot clock at 7. Laird will play it out to the Australian number 13 there, Alexander Blackmore, and Blackmore narrows the Italian lead down to 3. Alessandro Zbulz plays it across to Balsamo. Balsamo's attempt in and out, and Jalen Brown will pick up the rebound. Brown leading the game in points at the moment with 9. Moritz will play it back to Mitchell Bond. Foul's going to be called on the Italian number 9 there, Federico Balsamo. Rebound collected by Alessandro Zbulz. Brings the ball up the left-hand side of the Italian court. Da Silva, Pellizzari to Boganelli Joseph. And closely watched there by Alexander. Decides to play it back to Da Silva, Pellizzari, and Zbulz unable to convert for Italy. So Australia with the opportunity to narrow the deficit down to the 1 point, and Jalen Brown uncharacteristically not able to do so. Alessandro Zbulz will put up the shot and takes Italy up to 22 points. Final 14 seconds of this first period. Jalen Brown will look to try and strike back for Australia straight away. Decides that Ethan Laird should put up the 3. A little bit of an uncontrolled shot there from the Australian number 4. And at the end of the first period, Italy 22, Australia 17. Second period action underway, and Da Silva Pellizzari to Alessandro Zbulz, and now Balsamo back to Zbulz. Zbulz puts up the shot, and the rebound will be collected by the Australian number 12, Jordan Moritz, and Australia will be blown for the offensive foul. On that occasion, Mitchell Bond, the guilty party. Balsamo in possession for Italy, looking to play Alessandro Sbulz into the Australian zone, and Sbulz will convert for Italy. So 24 plays 17. Ethan Laird in possession for Australia, looking for a way pass De Silva Pellizzani, and another offensive foul goes against the Aussies. This occasion the call goes against Ethan Laird. Balsamo for Italy, looking for some space. De Silva Pellizzari finds Alessandro Sbulz, and Sbulz working hard to get past Mitchell Bond. Balsamo will look to Luigi Topper, but good hands there from Jaylen Brown, and Jaylen Brown will get a long pass towards Ethan Laird, which unfortunately for the Australians unable to control. So Italy will inbound from their baseline. Balsamo for Italy. Back to De Silva Pellizzari. Balsamo. And Alessandro Sbulz takes Italy up to 26. 8.5 minutes left in this first half. Jordan Moritz to Jaylen Brown. Brown to Laird, and Laird will do the behind the back pass, gets the shot up, gets the pass to Jaylen Brown. Brown converts. Referee will indicate that that basket will count, and Brown will go to the free throw line. Brown converting the three-point play there. De Silva Pellizzari plays it to Federico Balsamo. And Balsamo to Alessandro Sbulz, and Sbulz will ask Luigi Toppo to take Italy up to a 20-point lead. Ethan Laird in the meantime for the Australians. Jordan Moritz to Jaylen Brown. Brown looking for help from Mitchell Bond. Plays the long pass towards Ethan Laird. Laird just took his eye off the ball at the crucial moment there, and turnover ball. Balsamo for Italy, closely watched there by Jaylen Brown, and Brown almost stole the ball there for the Australians. Luigi Toppo fakes, Brown goes past him, and the Italian number 8 converts for Italy. 10-point advantage for the men in white. And Ethan Laird looking for some space. Plays the pass to Jaylen Brown. Brown thought about the layoff to Jordan Moritz, but opted for the handout to Ethan Laird. Laird unable to make anything happen there for Australia. And De Silva Pellizzari for Italy now. Balsamo to Luigi Topper. Topper missing the ring completely, and Mitchell Bond will play it to Laird. Laird working with Jalen Brown, and Jalen Brown will hand it out to Jordan Moritz. Moritz converts, and a foul will go against Alessandro's Bulls. So Jordan Moritz with an opportunity for a three-point play, and more importantly to narrow the deficit down to 7 points. Unable to pick up the bonus point there. De Silva, Pellizzari, Balsamo for Italy. And Alessandro's Bulls with a bit of space, closely watched eventually there by Jalen Brown. Brown unable to deter the Italian number 4, who takes Italy up to a 10-point lead. Jalen Brown. Brown trying to get past De Silva, Pellizzari, and Brown passing the ball straight to Balsamo. Alessandro Spulz now in possession for Italy. Boganelli Joseph back to Spulz. Spulz plays it out to De Silva. Quick pass from De Silva, Pellizzari to Luigi Toppo, and Toppo working hard to convert there for the Italians. Ethan Laird trying to get past the Italian defense. We'll play it towards Jalen Brown. Brown in the paint, doing well for Australia, and taking Australia up to 24, and adding to his points tally. Brown now sharing the lead in the scoring charts with Alessandro's Boots with 12 points. Balsamo in the meantime with a three-point attempt. Jordan Moritz though picks up a rebound, and away comes Ethan Laird. Foul is going to be called against Balsamo. Mitchell Bond in possession for Australia. Jalen Brown looking to keep the scoreboard ticking over for Australia, unable to convert, and quick transition from the Italians, and De Silva Pellizzari takes Italy up to a 12-point lead. Timeout will be called by Australia. So 4:29 to play here in this first half. Italy lead Australia by 36 points to 24. Mitchell Bond in possession for Australia now. 4:24 to play in this first half. Ethan Laird back to Bond. the other side of the court, Jaylen Brown trying to find a gap to get into the paint, but shot goes up from Bond in the meantime. Doesn't land, and away come the Italians with De Silva, Pellizzari. Plays it towards Balsamo, but good work there from Jaylen Brown. Steals the ball away from the Italians. Ethan Laird just stopped in his tracks there by Alessandro Zbults. And Jordan Moritz puts up the long-range attempt. Doesn't land for the Australians. Away comes Alessandro Zbults. Space opening up initially there, but good tracking back from Ethan Laird. And Boganelli Joseph converts for Italy. 3:26 to play here in this first half. Ethan Laird for Australia sets himself up and converts for the Australians. Still Italy with a 12-point lead as we move into the final 3 minutes of the half. Alessandro Bulls back to De Silva, Pellizzari. Now Balsamo back to Pellizzari, who will put up the three as the shot clock wound down. Last touch there by the Italians, so Australia will inbound from their baseline. Jaylen Brown, bit congested, just deep in, close to the halfway line there, but Ethan Laird in the meantime manages to get into the paint, unable to convert, and Jaylen Brown will take Australia up to 28, 10-point advantage with 2:25 to play here in this first half. Italy in the meantime with the possession. De Silva Pellizzari will be fouled by Ethan Laird. Very vocal player is Ethan Laird, remonstrating with the referee, who has warned him to just calm down. No need for any unnecessary technical infringements from the Australians. Plenty of time left in the game. De Silva Pellizzari puts up the long-range attempt. Won't drop for Italy. Alexander Blackmore hands it over to Laird. Laird, long pass up the court to Jaylen Brown, and Blackwell setting the pick, and Brown's pick pass to Jordan Moritz will see Australia move up to 30, narrowing the deficit to 8 points. Final minute and a half of this first half. Balsamo to Boganelli Joseph, quickly closed down by Ethan Laird, and once again steal there from Jaylen Brown, and he will find Ethan Laird, who will take Australia up to the 32-point mark. And Italian coach Fabio Castellucci has seen enough, calls for the timeout. 1:17 to play. Italy with the 6-point advantage. Back to the action with a minute 12 to play here in this first half. De Silva Pellizzari finds Uras, who's on court now for the Italians, the number 6 in possession, and he finds Niccolo Tomaselli and Alessandro Zbulz. Back to De Silva Pellizzari. Shot clock at 5. Quick passing around the key for the Italians, and De Silva Pellizzari puts up the 3. Rebound, though, will be collected by Kane Downey. Onto the court now for the Australians. Number 7 there for Australia. And foul will be called on Italy's number 11 there, Niccolo Tomaselli. And that foul will send Australia to the free throw line. Kane Downey with the opportunity to further reduce the Italian lead. Some confusion there. The table initially is indicating that Italy were in foul trouble, but that has been rectified. So Ethan Laird now in possession for Australia. Finds Jalen Brown. 7 seconds on the shot clock, and Brown takes Australia to within 4. 14 seconds left. So Australia found themselves 14 points down at one stage in the second period, and have managed a fight back. And that will be the end of the first half. Italy lead Australia by 38 points to 34, and we'll be back in 15 minutes for the second half.
don't believe it.
second half action about to get underway here in Sao Paulo, in the Paralympic Training Center. Quarterfinal one of the 2025 IWBF U23 Men's World Championship. Italy leading Australia by 38 points to 34. Just having a look at some of the game stats. Jaylen Brown leading the point scoring with 18 for the Australians, and Luigi Topper just behind him with 14 points. Alessandra Zbults with the most rebounds, just 4 at the moment, and Ethan Laird with 8 assists. So all to play for both teams, nothing in it. And Alpha Graham grabs a place in the semi-final of the World Championships tomorrow, so no doubt we're in for a humdinger of a second half. Ethan Laird in possession early on here for Australia. Jaylen Brown looking for some space, gets into the paint, but a little bit too crowded. Laird doing some good work to get around Balsamo, and Jaylen Brown will put up the shot. Pogonelli Joseph, though, will calm things down, and he brings the ball up for the Italians. Balsamo looking for Toppo, and now Pogonelli Joseph will take Italy up to the 40-point bar. Ethan Laird for Australia. Jaylen Brown finds himself some space in the paint, and Downey will put up the shot. Doesn't land for Australia. De Silva Pellizzari across to Balsamo. Balsamo back to De Silva Pellizzari. Topper will play it to Pogonelli Joseph. Pogonelli Joseph takes Italy up to 42. Ethan Laird looking to strike back for Australia here. Italian defence shutting down the opportunities for Australia early on here. Rebound though collected by Kane Dowie, and Jaylen Brown will find Laird. Laird will try and spin it in, but unable to do so. Downey though doing some good work, steals the ball back for Australia. Jaylen Brown will play it to Alexander, and Alexander Blackmore able to convert. Silva Pellizzari to Pogonelli Joseph. Jaylen Brown will bring it up for Australia. 7:27 to play in the third. Fakes one way, goes the next. Crashes to the floor as the foul is committed there by Luigi Topo. And good work by Jalen Brown. Will go to the free throw line, hoping to convert the three-point play. In the meantime, taking his points tally in the game up to the 18-point mark. Short on that occasion. De Silva, Pellizzari for Italy. Balsamo looking for his Bulls. Sports will play it back to Balsamo, and Balsamo at the top of the arc converts for the Italians. 8-point advantage for Italy. Ethan Laird quickly finds some space, goes into the paint, and ball is rejected there by Sports, and Ethan Laird is called for the technical foul. Referees had warned him already. A little bit of ill discipline there from Ethan Laird. Substitution Australia. Off goes Kane Downey, and onto the court comes Mitchell Bond. Balsamo adds the additional point for that technical foul. De Silva, Pellizzari, long pass across to Boganelli Joseph. Back to Balsamo. Italy distributing the ball around the court with ease at the moment, and Italy up to 47. Ethan Laird. Mitchell Bond. Jalen Brown. Shot clock at 8, puts up the shot, short, and De Silva, Pellizzari will slow the tempo down. 5:53 to play in the third period. Italy looking to extend their lead, and they go up to an 11-point lead. Coach Brett Stibners for Australia will call for the timeout. .5:47 left here in the third. Ethan Laird will hand the ball to Mitchell Bond. Bond will look to Ethan Laird, and Laird will take Australia up to 38 points. Balsamo to Boganelli Joseph. And De Silva, Pellizzari will find Luigi Topo. Topo Alessandro Zbulz. Jalen Brown, quick pass into the Italian zone there, and Ethan Laird narrows the deficit to 9. Australia up to the 40-point mark. Balsamano for Italy, back to De Silva, Pellizzari to Topper, rebound collected by Jalen Brown, and Jalen Brown will get Ethan Brown into a attacking position, which Ethan Laird gladly accepts. Silva, Pellizzari, Luigi Topper will put up the shot, in and out, rebound collected by Jalen Brown, and foul is called against the Italian number 9, Balsamo. So 4 minutes to play here in this third period. 7-point advantage for the Italians. Jalen Brown leading the way with point scoring for the game, 20 points. Luigi Topper with 14 for the Italians. Mitchell Bond will look to Jalen Brown to add to his points tally. Does so at the second attempt, and Fabio Castellucci will call for the timeout. Good fight back once again from the Australians, refusing to let Italy gain an insurmountable advantage, and 3:43 to play. Italy 49, Australia 44. Pellizzari will look to play in Boganelli Joseph, and offensive foul will be called against Italy. That occasion, the guilty party is Alessandro Zbulz. Italy making some changes. Onto the court comes the number 11, Niccolo Tomaselli, as well as the number 6, Cristiana Uraz. Ethan Laird for Australia. Long pass towards Jalen Brown, finds him, and Brown will convert. Foul will go against the number 11, Niccolo Tomaselli. Three-point deficit for Australia. Good work by the men in green and gold. Fighting back to within 3. Jalen Brown unable to make it a 3-point play, but just a bit of unnecessary errors creeping into the Italian game. And Australia will be looking to make them pay. Mitchell Bond to Ethan Laird. Brown will free up some space for Laird. Laird will try and get past his boots, and rolling back, Laird will put up the shot. Just doesn't land for the Australian. De Silva, Palazzari will play it out to Italy's number 6, Cristiano Ures, and Ures gets Italy up to 51. 2:50 to play here in the third. Offensive foul on this occasion will be called against Jordan Moritz, and opportunity lost there for the Australians. Palazzari for Italy. Boganelli Joseph will put up the shot. Rebound will be collected by Mitchell Bond, and Jalen Brown will drive up the right-hand side of the Australian court. Quickly closed down, though, by the Italian defense. Ethan Laird. Mitchell Bond looking for some space. Finds it, and he will convert for the Australians. So still their 3-point deficit in the game as we move towards the final 2 minutes of this third period. All to play for both nations. Semi-final spot of the World Championship up for grabs. Cristiano Ures will play it out to Palazzari. Ures puts up the shot. Jalen Brown will pick up the rebound, and battling to get away from the Italian defense there. Foul will be called against Boganelli Joseph. Correction, Italy's number 11 there, Nicolo Tomaselli. And Italy now in collective foul trouble, so Jalen Brown with an opportunity to bring Australia to within 1. One from 2 on that occasion. 2-point game, 1:52 to play. Italy with a narrow advantage at the moment. And Boganelli Joseph is called for the offensive foul, much to the delight of the Australian team bench. Mitchell Bond gives the ball back to Ethan Laird. Laird will try and get the ball through too much traffic, and Italy will come away with the possession. De Silva, Palazzari, closely watched by Laird. Palazzari pulling the strings for the Italians at the moment, and Alessandro Sbulz will convert for Italy. 1:20 to play in the third period. Led to Bond. Bond will set himself up for the shot and lands it. So 2 points is all that is in this game at the moment, and 52 seconds left in the third. Can Italy find some space? And Alessandro Sbulz is going to be impeded by Alexander Blackmore. Italy will have the possession on the sideline. Silva, Palazzari looking for help from Sbulz, and opts to give it to Boganelli Joseph. Back to De Silva, gets the shot up as the shot clock sounds. 24-second violation against the Italians. So some good defensive play there from Australia. Mitchell Bond for Australia. And he finds a bounce pass around the Italian defense, and the basket will be converted there by Jordan Moritz. So good work there from Australia's Mitchell Bond with the assist. Long-range attempt there by the Italians doesn't land, so at the end of the third, scores are level. Italy 53, Australia 53. We'll be back shortly for the fourth period. Don't go anywhere, folks. This promises to be an absolutely exciting finish to this game. Final period about to get underway here in the first quarterfinal of the 2025 U23 Men World Championships. All level as we go into this final period. Balsamo to Pellizzari. Pellizzari back to Balsamo. Balsamo looking to Luigi Topo, and Topo will get our first points of the fourth period. Correction, Alessandro Bulls is the man with the points there. Ethan Laird for Australia to Mitchell Bond. Italy looking to shut the door, making it difficult at the moment. Shot clock at 5, so Mitchell Bond needs to put the shot up. And away comes Alessandro Bulls. So good work on the defensive end there from the Italians. Foul's going to go against the Australian number 9 there, Mitchell Bond. Substitution Australia. Bond will take a break, and back into the court comes the Australian number 7, Kane Downey. Balsamo plays it out to Silva Pellizzari, and back to Balsamo. Balsamo, shot clock at 7. Good defensive work so far from the Australians. And lack of concentration by the Australians. Lose the possession, and to add insult to injury, a foul's going to go against Jalen Brown. De Silva, Pellizzari looking to get past the Australian defence, but needs to do it legally and blown for the travel violation. Ethan Laird will bring it up for Australia. Finds Jalen Brown. Brown puts up the quick shot, converts for the Australians. So both sides trading points here in the second half. No different as we are early on in this fourth period. De Silva, Pellizzari, closely watched there by Jordan Moritz, and Jalen Brown with good anticipation will steal the ball for Australia, and foul's going to be called against Alessandro Zbults. So good anticipation there from the Australia number 3. Ethan Laird in control for Australia. 8:20 to play here in this final quarter. Nothing in it. Both teams fighting for their place in tomorrow's semi-final. Ethan Laird will put up the shot. Bounces up, and he'll pick up his own rebound. So great work there from Ethan Laird. Converts, and he'll go to the line. Australia with the lead. Australia down by 12 points early in the first half. Have done a great job to find their way back into the game, and now with the slight momentum in their favour. Ethan Laird looking to convert the three-point play, which he does. Italian coach Fabio Castellucci looking a little more animated than he did in the first half, and Alessandro Zbults strikes back straight away for Italy, and he will also have an opportunity for a three-point play. Zbults levels the score. Jalen Brown in possession for Australia. Ethan Laird. Brown looking for space. Laird gives it to Kane Downey. Downey unable to convert his first attempt. And rebound will be picked up by Italy. Alessandro Zbults. Zbults will put up the shot. Rebound picked up by Jalen Brown, and Brown passes it across the court to Ethan Laird, and Laird gives it back to Brown. Brown, unfortunately for the Australians, unable to convert. And away comes the Italian number 16, Pellizzari. Gets the ball back from Boganelli Joseph. Balsamo puts up the shot. Foul's going to go against Ethan Laird. So another opportunity for Italy now to try and get themselves into a three-point lead. Ethan Laird is now on 4 fouls, so will need to maintain his composure. Instrumental player for the Australians. And Balsamo converts for Italy. Ethan Laird now looking to strike back for Australia. He's fouled by Boganelli Joseph. Slightest of touches was all it took. And good call there from Brazilian referee Gustavo Mateus. Jalen Brown. Ethan Laird will play it out to Jordan Moritz, and now Jalen Brown just short on that occasion, so Italy will pick up the possession. Silva Pellizzari plays it to Zbults, and Alessandro Zbults takes Italy up to a 5-point lead. We have 5 minutes 50 to play here in the game. Jalen Brown looking for options, decides to give it to Ethan Laird. Laird trying to get past Alessandro Zbults. Zbults doing enough to put off Laird, and Italy will come away with the possession. Balsamo for the Italians. Long pass to Boganelli Joseph from Pellizzari, and Joseph will put up the attempt. Kane Downey though picks up the rebound, and away comes Jalen Brown down the middle of the court. Turns away from the attention of Balsamo and gives it to Laird. Laird looking to play in Kane Downey. Just rushed the shot a little bit on that occasion, and Italy thankful to pick up the rebound, and Boganelli Joseph back to De Silva Pellizzari. Balsamo will find Alessandro Zbults, and that will take Italy up to 65. Timeout's going to be called by Australian coach Brett Stibners. 4:34 to play here in the game. Italy 65, Australia 58. .434 left in this game. Quarterfinal one here at the 2025 IWBF U23 Men's World Championship. We are live from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Ethan Laird looking to narrow the deficit here. Jalen Brown, 27 points in the game so far for Australia's number 3. And Laird will put up the 3. Bounces off the rim, and Balsamo will pick up the rebound. Gabriel De Silva Pellizzari controlling the ball for the Italians, and defensive foul in front of him is called against Alessandro Zbults. Zbults immediately signaling he wanted the video review. Of course, Italian coach Fabio Castellucci not interested in that. Mitchell Bond Australia looking to make this count. And Bond has the ball stripped away from him, so away comes Italy once more. De Silva, Pellizzari to Balsamo. Balsamo back to Pellizzari. Shot clock at 5. Balsamo will put up the shot. Rebound collected by Australia, but a lapse in concentration there between Jordan Moritz and Ethan Laird. Sees Boganelli Joseph pick up the ball for Italy. Can't afford to have any lapses in concentration either side here. And Jalen Brown will find Ethan Laird. Laird will use his speed, looking to get past Cristiano Ures, and Laird does well, gets into the paint, gets a shot up over Cristiano Ures, and Australia claw it back to within 5. Two minutes 45 left of the game. Australian crowd trying to rally their players on court. Pellizzari to Balsamo. He'll put up the shot. Rebound's going to be picked up by Australia. Good work from Ethan Laird. Taps the ball across to Jalen Brown. Sees an opportunity to break into the paint and unable to convert the layup. Italy will pick up the possession. Australia coach Brett Stivners has asked for a referee video review. Referees Gustavo Mateus and Aya Ahmed will go to the table to have a look. The referees are reviewing who got the last touch on the possession. Australia feel they should have the inbound. Australia losing that review, so Italy will have the possession at the baseline with a 5-point advantage, 2:20 to play. Italy looking to hold on to this lead. Australia will fight to the final buzzer. Cristiano Ures in possession for the Italians. Passes it to De Silva Pellizzari, and Pellizzari looking to shoot. Eventually finds the pass into the paint, and good block there by Ethan Laird, preventing the Italian number 9 Balsamo from getting his number 8 Cristiano. Third attempt, Luigi Topo. So good defense there from Australia. 24-second violation goes against the Italians. Ethan Laird will inbound from the baseline. Mitchell Bond, Ethan Laird. Laird looking for a way past De Silva Pellizzari and goes crashing to the ground. Holding foul goes against the Italians. Led to the free throw line. First attempt doesn't drop for Australia's number 4. Second attempt didn't land, but mistake there from Italy's Luigi Toppo, breaking into the paint early, giving Laird an opportunity to punish the Italians. Rebound will be picked up by Jalen Brown. So, although Laird wasn't able to convert, could be a costly mistake for the Italians. Boganelli Joseph, 3-point advantage for Italy. Final minute and 30 seconds left of the game. De Silva Pellizzari plays it across to Balsamo. He's looking for some space. He finds it, but unable to get past Mitchell Bond, and immediately Australia will transition down the other side of the court, and Ethan Laird unable to convert. But once again, big offensive rebound by Jalen Brown brings Australia to within 1, and we're in to the final minute 14 here of this game. Australia pressing high and putting pressure on the Italians. Composure, no, by Italy's playmaker De Silva Pellizzari, slowing the game down, controlling the tempo, puts it to Cristiano Uraz, who is unable to convert, and Ethan Laird looking to grab a lead here for Australia right at the death. Final minute of the game. Ethan Laird looking for space. Good defensive play though by the Italians. Shot clock is at 8. Mitchell Bond will put up the shot, in and out, doesn't land. Rebound collected by Balsamo. And loose pass there from the Italians, but luckily for the men in white, Boganelli Joseph will pick it up. 13 on the shot clock. And foul's going to go against Ethan Laird. That'll be his 5th. So Ethan Laird will leave the game. 1-point advantage to Italy. And De Silva Pellizzari will go to the line. 11 seconds left of the game. Evander Conroy will replace Ethan Laird as De Silva Pellizzari puts up the first attempt. Pressure shot here for the Italian number 16. Who will have the final opportunity? Who will have the final say? Who will book their ticket to the semi-final? And Pellizzari unable to convert. Jalen Brown, 8 seconds left. Drives down the court, picks up the return pass. Jalen Brown will find Mitchell Bond. He needs to get the shot up, and he drops it. Australia have won and are on their way to the semi-finals. Let's just calm down as the referees indicate the Italians are asking the referees to check that the shot did get up in time as the lights went on the backboard. So before we can confirm this, the referees will review the shot to make sure that that's exactly what they will be doing. So Italy look on in hope that the shot didn't get up in time, but we are very convinced that Australia will book their place in the semi-final tomorrow. Australian spectators desperately waiting for the confirmation so that they can begin the celebrations. Meanwhile, Italy holding out some faint hope. And that is confirmation. So Australia have beaten Italy by 66 points to 65. Massive comeback from the Australians to book their place in tomorrow's semi-final. And from Sao Paulo and the Paralympic Training Center, the final score here, Italy 65, Australia 66.